We all have watched one of these scenes. After each and every one of these, we felt sad, angry, and even disappointed maybe. These deaths weren't what we envisioned for the future of the movie. But what you can't argue about is that those deaths were meaningful. They were positioned properly and set up correctly. They either occurred in a time where the character has done everything he had to do, and the death is there to strike the viewer's emotions and hook him 10 times further in the story. Or some of them still had some things to accomplish, but their death is much more important because they were so beloved by their friends and family that it motivates them like nothing else to finish the job and accomplish the end goal. Like Naruto getting so driven to stop pain and save the world, like Maximus from Gladiator or John Winchester from Supernatural. All those deaths were properly set up. Or as the first example, Tony Stark saving the world and then dying peacefully, leaving viewers to wonder, but also having a justifiable death. Yes, some will argue it is not because they could have stopped Thanos in any other way, but that is a whole other conversation on its own. So we all watched, cried, got angry and wanted our beloved characters to get back, but we knew the death was on point. On the other hand, I'm sure most, if not all of you have watched deaths like these. Meaningless, stupid, and on the wrong time. So what separates the two? What are the things that one writer does correctly and he gets all the benefits, while others don't and get to be remembered as someone that simply can't kill characters? To fully understand this, we have to consider the fact that an important death isn't started a few scenes before, but rather it is started from the very first moment of the movie, the series, or whatever. So stay till the end, like, subscribe to find out what exactly takes for a character's death to be done properly. Let's go! Before we get to the part on how to properly kill a character, I first wanted to explain to you what a bad character death means, so you can fully comprehend how much better a properly executed death makes the entire movie. So a bad character death is boiled down to a few things. First, it happens at the wrong time. The character was in the middle of accomplishing something for the future, his backstory wasn't properly shown beforehand, the exact killing was positioned at a bad moment, and much more. But these things can be true and in the same time the death to be meaningful. But what makes it bad death is that when done incorrectly, it changes nothing for the characters and their future. It's like a pedestrian dying on the side. Yes, it is horrific and we continue with our lives. It has no impact. That is what a bad death means. To have some of the bad qualities from above or all of them and at the end to not change a single thing. Such examples are Charles Xavier from Logan or Lexa from the 100. Those two and much more have been killed on a moment that didn't make any sense. You can't have a legendary character to your story die by a stray bullet or to just randomly die like Charles without a build-up, without justification, no indication of it happening, and after it is all said and done, it had changed nothing. Basically, Charles' death changed nothing. Yes, Lexus 1 changed, but it wasn't necessary at that stage and it was executed poorly. You have to assign a proper death based on the scale of your character. You can't have the main protagonist or antagonist die in the same way as a side character, period. Now that you know what a bad death is, how is a good one made? Well, it is like a puzzle. All the pieces need to be connected properly in order for you to see the full picture. The entire thing has to be started from the very first minute of the story. The events that took place, the people that he meets, the way he presents himself in front of them, where he goes, what steps he takes, his decisions, all of these are very important. We will use Jiraiya from Naruto since he's one of my favorite characters, and his death is the moment I realize how much the death of a fictional character can strike me personally. His entire life, he has been the person to be in the middle. He wasn't the weakest and the most insignificant, and he wasn't the Hokage and the most powerful, or he chose not to. He was strong but clumsy and stupid. He was funny yet serious and humble. When it came down to business, he changed personalities. He was always ready to give his life for the better future. When you have all these in mind, you can look back and realize that his entire character was based on the fact that he is there to support the child of prophecy. He decided to fight until the very end with pain in order to help Naruto and the others have an edge in the upcoming battle with pain. He knew his death will not only motivate and dedicate others, but he will extract every inch out of it in order to get all the benefits for others. His entire personality and character was based around him dying for the greater good. He was properly set up for that moment. That is what it means to properly kill a character. Or like Tony Stark, he was always the main one, the most outspoken. So his character had a little different death. He fought and managed to escape until the very end, and after he had done everything he was supposed to do, he died a peaceful death. If they had killed him in the first fight with Thanos on the home planet of Thanos, then it would have been a bad death. So you see, when it is all said and done, the viewers can go back and search why did Iron Man die. Some say this was the only future Doctor Strange saw, because Tony Stark dying was the only way the world would live, because if he didn't, he would have become the thing that leads to the demise of everything altogether. This is how his character was built from the very first moment he was introduced. So that is what I mean by properly writing your characters. So when a death occurs, it is justified and properly executed, on time, properly set up, meaningful, and at the end, the death should have an impact on those around him, huge impact even, to feel like the world isn't what it is without him, seemingly like the entire narrative, the entire fabric of the movie shifts dramatically when it happens. You can't have a death and after few minutes or few episodes to be forgotten when the character was one of the main ones. Make sure, if you are a writer, to take some time and think what is the deeper purpose of your characters and what will make their death in the future meaningful. Thank you for watching, and if you have questions, leave a comment and I will answer each and every one, either in a video or I will answer it directly. Thank you again. See you next time.